Okay, we are about to remove all the old lath and plaster from the ceiling and all the walls. This is an incredibly old building. I believe early 1900s, I think. Anyway, some of it has fallen, big chunks of it have actually fallen off the wall already. That's why the customer's gotten us in. We are going to remove all the original lath and plaster ceiling, which just means old-fashioned oak bits of timber nailed on to the joists with a lime and horsehair mix plastered onto the ceiling. Very old-fashioned, incredibly potent to the lungs, so always wear your dust mask when doing this. Absolutely filthy as well, so be prepared to get incredibly dirty when doing this. I quite like to use a lath hammer. It's basically a hammer one side and sort of looks like a small axe the other side, and I force it through the ceiling, find the middle of a joist, and then hook it over the laths and then pull it down. We're basically using a whole load of elbow grease. It's where a bit of muscle and a bit of endurance really comes in handy, as it's probably doesn't look like too much, and it wasn't actually too bad for me personally, but there was a time years ago when just holding my arms above my head used to just ache my shoulders. So if it's not something you do very often, do be prepared for lots of rests. Something we don't get the luxury of anymore. This ceiling's actually been lined with wallpaper, as you can see as well, which is pretty much the only thing stopping the whole thing from sort of falling down. Although I must say the laths are actually quite secure, they're pretty good. The laths are fixed quite well, but just the customer wants the old plaster and the laths removed fully, and then fresh plasterboard fixed to the ceiling. The blown plaster on the walls, although it's only blown in places, again, the customer would rather remove all of it, and then we will be dot and dabbing the walls with plasterboard once we've got rid of all the original, rather than patch certain areas and then with the chance that they may then blow 1 to 5 years down the line or whenever. The customer just wants to do it the once, thoroughly and properly. Time to speed things up a little. That's better. You'll notice I'm wearing my stilts. The ceiling's about 2.5 meters high, so a little bit higher than normal, but not perfectly fine, but perfect for stilts. You'll notice as I'm going, a nice slow-mo here, all those tiny nail heads I'm clearing as well. Notice a lighting wire there. Another reason I quite like this method, you're very unlikely to damage any cables when pulling the laths down. You can just smash them up from above, but I found you can do some damage if you're not careful. And now a little snippet of the removing the plaster from the wall. Now that tool there is a lovely Makita demolition hammer. It does a fantastic job. It's a medium-sized one. It's probably about 6-7 kilograms it weighs. Beautiful, look at that. Works an absolute treat. You'll notice it's got a tile cutter chisel on it. And then of course the clear up. Ethan on it, fully masked and protected. A little shake. And we're all done. Time for a quick dust off. It's going to be a long shower when we get home. And there you have it. That is one room prepped and ready for the boards to be fixed tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the video.